Alright, Mickey's Adventure in Safari Land. Let's get that timer going.
So, this is more letters to collect?
Probably. If you do it and it gives you the ending, then sure, gives you the ending. Oh boy.
Yukon.
Look out, you're gonna get ran over. Oh, you didn't, don't worry. Ugh. Now this is an entirely different game than the one that we were just playing. But bat.
Yeah, it's like you don't know words or something.
That's true.
What's with the bottom part of the screen flicker?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Look at that bat. Oh no, Dancer went shit his pants.
Why'd you go and do that, Dancer? That's no good.
They didn't like that scary commercial because it's scary. Gotta find the letter V, Jake. Oh, he's so happy. Look at him go. He's dancing. It seems like it's gonna be much quicker than the other game. Maybe.
Oh boy!
Fat. It rhymes with bat. I see they're not only teaching how to spell, but how to rhyme words.
Fan.
Yeah. Fan.
Oh, she died. Oh, I didn't finish the word though. What? Yeah, get Yoshi. Here. Stop the timer. Guys, we did it.
Alright, let's start our timers. Let's get going. We'll do normal. Oh, I can choose? Cool. Let's go to Yukon. Oh boy. Hey, Goofy. Neato. I gotta pee. I got an N. Peen. Pen. Nice. Oh boy. Miss my dad too. He wasn't really a gamer, but he used to play racing games with me if I asked him. Despite not being a gamer, he wouldn't just let me win. He'd make you earn it. You gotta pee. Pause the stream. Nah, man, I'm just gonna... I appreciate both you and Orange telling me to pause the stream, but I'm gonna just... Gonna man my way through it. That's right, V. A Caribbean. Oh boy. Pen is the first 3 letters of penis, because the penis mightier than the sword. That's dumb. That's funny. But it's dumb. Don't do that. Alright. This feels like playing a Sonic the Hedgehog, like a modern Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm just kind of like running around and it's just sort of making me go places that it wants me to go. Pie. Is this pie? Uh-oh. I missed a letter. What happens now? Do I have to redo that stage? E. I only make bad puns for you, Nick. I guess it counts. Cool. Swamp. Do I like Star Trek? I have never watched enough Star Trek to really have an opinion. I've seen the first Star Trek, and I would describe it as Ethan Umbry has sex with a satellite to save all of humanity. And then Star Trek 2 is Kirk has a stalker, and he's trying to impregnate him with his Genesis rocket. And then 3 is Doc Brown goes to the future and tries to kidnap a small child. Also, the 4th one has whales in it, and they're looking for nuclear vessels. I saw that one when I was little. There's one where Kirk and Picard get into a fight. And that's about it. That's about all the experience I have. My my stepdad watched The Next Generation when I was a child. So I like kind of vicariously saw some of that show. I've seen 2 of the new movies. I saw the one where Siler Spock meets old Spock and their homeworld is destroyed and it's very sad. Yeah. That's about all I know about it. It's more than I know. I've only ever seen the second movie. Here's the moon rock counterpart to the sun rock you saw and thought was cool. Oh, yes, I did not see the moon rock. Damn it. Sorry. Thank you for trying to tell me. So I like Star Trek as a concept. I like the idea of a utopia that is free from capitalism and racism and sexism, and everyone's just flying around because they're bored and they don't have anything better to do, so they're just exploring brave new worlds. Like, that all sounds appealing and cool and like a future we should be striving for. Seeing future technology, right? Potential future technology could be cool. There are a number of Star Trek video games for me to play, so I will go back and watch more Star Trek when it comes time to play those games, because I do want to know what I'm doing. I need one day to get to those. Yeah, I feel like they're important enough to our cultural zeitgeist that it's worth watching just to know what the hell people are talking about. That was why I watched the Harry Potter movies, was just so that I could be part of the conversation. Oh no, I left an E somewhere. For Stargate, modern setting is fun. Just couldn't sit through the Harry Potter movies after the second one. Hey, that's fair. Not for everyone, for sure. I read all the books. I think I liked the books more than I liked the movies. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. I liked the movie Stargate a lot. I liked the video game Stargate a lot. Which is convenient because I'm going to have to play it twice. Once on the Super NES and once on the Genesis. I never watched like Stargate Atlantis or any of the TV shows. So I really can't speak to any of those. Did I have it set for 8 seconds? I think I did. I think I had it set for 8 seconds. Whoops. I know more about Star Trek than is strictly healthy. Late 60s were before my time, but I watched the Next Generation. Wait, TOS is not the Next Generation. TOS Trek since before I learned to speak, before the Next Generation. Oh, the original series. Yes. Is Stargate a part of Star Trek or its own thing? It's its own thing. Its own thing. TV worked differently back then. Popular shows were in syndication for decades. Yeah. Cool. I think you only get credits on Super Advanced mode. Did I not just get credits? Was that not credits? I wasn't paying attention. Let's find out. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. You got the end. Alright, that's fine. We'll run through it real quick. Star Trek is just for moderns to LARP, colonialism, and pretend it's not bad. Oh, I have to push the button now to get it. Well, I don't know that Star Trek advocates for colonialism. In fact, I'm pretty sure one of their prime directives is not to interfere, right? My mom likes the original 60s Star Trek show. She grew up in the 60s and 70s. Sure. Federation has colonies. Oh my goodness, look at that leg. How scandalous. Prime Directive is the brand of toilet paper they use on Federation starships. I had no idea. I can't go backwards, that sucks. My uncle was in trade school in the 70s, built a phaser out of a coil and a small quartz rod or something. Didn't work. Oh no. we have to do them all? It didn't work. If it had worked, it would be a really crappy laser pointer, but those weren't available in the 70s. Captains absolutely wipe their ass with it every day. Gotcha. So we're gonna have to go through 24 levels, aren't we? Alright. CUP. That's fair, Gao. Yeah, I don't know. All they do is interfere in Star Trek. Hey, like I said, not my show. I cannot speak to it from a informed position. So, I will leave you to your proofs. We're going backwards? Why? Oh boy. BPN, you're sure there's credits at the end of this that I missed? I will be somewhat cross with you if you have misled me. Hat. Dat. You were so close, Fox. Given how many short games BPN blew through, I believe him. Sure. I believe him too, that's why I'm going through it. This game hard. That's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. It is pretty impressive that they've got so many levels. Not expecting that. What if I don't get the word? Bag. Rag? Big? God, Fox, you're so close. Every time you're right there. Now I know you're messing with me. They're doing it on purpose, man. Six divided by, or rather 24 divided by 6 is what? 6 is just 4? So there should be, in theory, 4 versions of each level. They're already on number 5 for this one. What do you got, Fox? What do you got? Ire. Ooh, so close. It was ice. Oh, no. Good word. Good word, Fox. That is ire, yeah. Well done. I saw the I and the E, and I was like, I don't know what he's gonna come up with to get this one wrong. And impressive, most impressive. All right, so it's 5. 5 times 6 is 30. I'm sad they made me push my own button to swing my own net now. You know what? Let's just... Do we have to? Can. So good so far. And this is the one I didn't even grab. Sorry. A. Yeah, I don't know if I need to get them, so I think I'm just going to race through to not get them and just be done. Cut some time off this real quick. That's a cloister. That's a Mankey. I'm taking away all the fun Fox was having. I'm sorry. Ow. You know, this is a pretty good game for a child, I think. If I hadn't already decided that my child was going to learn video games from Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario, I'd be like, you know, this would be a good game to learn too. Can't spell, but can name every 180 Gen 1 Pokemon. Aren't there 151? Someone made a Mortal Kombat game for Atari 2600 about Scorpion escaping the Netherrealm, like in Mythologies or Conquest style. I believe it was fan-made. I definitely think it was fan-made, yeah, for sure. Guardians of the Sea and Sky! Raid best. Teaching children that mice are not disease-carrying vermin. Not all mice are, you know? Some mice are friends. Oh boy. Yeah, if my child shows an interest in video games, I'm going to be like, oh, you want to play video games, huh? Alright, first thing you got to do. You got to play Pong. You done playing Pong? Cool. Now... Excuse me. Now, you have to play Space Invaders. You have to beat one level of Space Invaders. Oh, you did that? Cool. Now, you need to beat E.T. Dad, I just want my Switch 27. Nope. First, beat E.T. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn your video games the same way I did. Every system, I will choose one game and you must beat it. Only once you beat it can you move on to the next system. Of course, depending on the system, I may actually have 2 games, perhaps. We'll see. Make my kid watch the AOL startup for 10 minutes just to get online. As soon as you can sing the AOL startup music to me, you can have your own internet connection. Yeah. Every day. Don't get me wrong, mice are innocent bystanders. I've genuinely taken mice from a cage trap in a canister half a block up the street to a ravine to release them at 3 a.m. That is extremely kind of you. I respect that very greatly. Wow, look at this. We got some vertical platforming. Fucking go off, Mickey. Hell yeah. It's a bat. Multiple times. Do I have any kids? I do not. Fox also does not have any kids. Lady Seganick and I are talking about the potential for little baby Seganicks. It's, you know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Man, I'm playing a platformer. When was the last time that we played an honest-to-goodness platformer? Probably Montezuma's Revenge on some platform. What do we got? What do we got? Arr. So the last time we played a 3D platformer was back in November. That was game number 383. Oh, that took a long time to load. Oh, right, because of that thing. For a 2D platformer... If you count Donkey Kong... That was back in July. Game number 366. I do not. Yep, Montezuma's Revenge. That was last April, almost a year ago. It's been almost a year since we played a 2D side-scrolling platformer. Almost a whole year. That's crazy. That's so long for such a... cluttered and full genre. Hope you best in your title. Appreciate. I hope you the best in your little Seganick. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Got it. I got there. Took me a minute. I'm there. Thank you. Thank you, Fox. Well, you know, maybe. Still a maybe. Obviously none of my business, but if you actually decide to care for kids, deeply hope you will consider adoption. Adoption.
But a pirate's first love be the sea anyway.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's cluttered and full. These motherfucking Pokermans and the bits I was gonna give you for the previous GG.
Thank you for that, Mr. Kisk. So, Orange, yes, definitely something that I have been pushing. Definitely something that I have been pushing. It is a topic that Lady Seganick and I have spoken about. Yeah, you know, why go through the trouble carrying a baby for 9 months when there's a perfectly good, slightly used kid down the street, right? You know? I don't mean to make light of it, but like, yeah, it's definitely makes sense. You know what my favorite letter is? G. For GG. Good game. We're almost there. But yeah, no, Orange, I strongly support adoption and think very highly of people who do adopt. Yeah. One of my best friends, and most loyal viewers, was adopted. My stepdad was adopted. It's definitely something that I wish we were structured as a society in a way to better accommodate. I'd like to adopt a kid, and I've got enough financially for it to not be an issue, and I want someone to leave it all too. But they don't generally adopt out kids to single dudes. Yeah, I could see how that might look a little odd. Just tell them that your name is Bruce Wayne. Let them know you're Bruce Wayne. See if that changes their opinion at all. He got like a new kid every couple years. Hey, that's me. Thank you so much for the follow, Nick. And only a few of them died. Yeah, that's true. Hey, there's G. Well, Nick, I hope you enjoy video game cartridges, because that's what we're doing here. We are beating every video game released in the North American home market on a cartridge. Oh no. We've gone the wrong way. This game is getting tricksy. You know, this part reminds me of Hook, the game Hook, based on the movie Hook. I really like that game. I really like that movie. I've not played that game in many years, and I've not seen the movie in probably longer. Yeah, but he's got so much money, it's never a plot point that Bruce Wayne has to sell some Wayne Tech shit. Just to pay bills. For that matter, does Bruce Wayne even pay bills? I doubt it, evil capitalist pig. No, I'm sure that that mansion is paid off. Probably just pays taxes. But, like, probably has a huge tax break and so doesn't actually pay taxes. Yeah, it's hard to like Bruce Wayne in this political climate, you know? Batman used to be my favorite superhero, but then, like, people started to point out how problematic he was, and I was like, you know, Daredevil's almost as good as Batman. In some ways, better. Maybe Daredevil's my new favorite. And he is. Because he fights crime both in his superhero costume and outside of his superhero costume. I bet the Batcave isn't even insured. Which means he's been committing insurance fraud for decades. Same thing with the Batmobile. And helicopter. The Bat Copper? The Bat Boat? Either he or his insurance agent are committing ginormous fraud. None of the Robins likely get workman's comp when they get injured on the job. Well, then he'd have to admit to using child labor. I am somewhat worried that I may not have gotten the true ending on Mario's Number City or whatever it's called. I don't have any idea what that looked like. But if we missed the true ending on this one, might have missed the ending on that one too. None of the Robins likely get workman's comp. None of the Robins likely get paid. No, they get room and board, I guess. Is there a character that you ever went out of your way to try to imitate? You like practiced and you're like, no, I'm gonna have an amazing impression of this person. Mine was Beavis. As a young lad, I wanted to have a really, really good Beavis impersonation. Mr. Kisk says no. Jake and I were joking about, like, cosplaying on stream at some point. Like, not cosplaying like a Mickey Mouse or whatever, but, like, specifically I was thinking of cosplaying as Beavis and Butthead. I thought that would be really, really fun for he and I to do. I guess my D&D characters. Did you assign them some sort of, like, an ethnicity or something? You were like, this guy is gonna sound Scottish. And then you'd practice, like, having a Scottish accent. Oh, Wild Mewtwo. Does anybody want a Mewtwo? Kinda, yeah. There's one character that I have put into multiple campaigns, and I always give him the same accent. It's Brad Pitt's accent in the movie Snatch. Wait, I'll do it for a girlfriend. It's not for me, it's for my mom. I forget what they call him, but they call him some term for a group of people. And I've always thought it was, like, really funny, and, like, I like that movie a lot. So I've always had one character that talks just like that. Ah, you look like a boxer. I want a Mewtwo IRL. Me too. Teacher was kind of speechless for a second, laughing into his hand, then just said, he's just so good at it. Hold on. Not really, but one time in 8th grade when we went around the room in science class, each student was to explain one of the lesson thingies. Did it by means of a Julius Summermiller impression. Okay. Now, my main cleric has an old British accent. And looks like Odin. I do not remember Julius Summermiller. Hold on. Let me look up the an image.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and people and teachers and others? I'm Julius Sumner Miller, and physics is my business, and our business concerns itself with the case of the can which did not collapse. You remember on the last program, we had a big cylindrical vessel, chamber, and we had some water in it. We boiled the water, and then we plugged it up here, and then we poured cold water on, and it did not go, as we say. However, after we had concluded the program, we noticed a slight yielding of the wall. We hope that this is what we hope for. So we are going to do it again. We are heating the water in here. And
I think that hearing a child try to do this would be really funny.
Because I do not like to, what shall I say, have things fail. Now, you know my philosophy. It is important that we subscribe to the requirements of nature. While the water is cooking, let's consider another thing. You know that if we have a surface which is reflecting, and we have, say, some energy incident this way, like a ray of light, and we draw a perpendicular to that surface, there is reflection such that that angle is equal to that. This is called the angle of incidence, this is the angle of reflection.
Columbo? All that Columbo mumbo jumbo? Yeah, I remember Columbo. And, one more thing. I can't do a very good Columbo.
Here is a highly reflecting metal plate. Here is an incandescent lamp, which I'll just show you quickly. And here is an array of thermocouple junctions. Thermocouple junctions, called a thermopile. See it? Thermopile. A pile of thermocouples. Got that? Now, we are going to put some radiation.
I would have loved to have heard a kid doing that impression. That would have been funny. Alright, let's see. Do we get credits? Do we get a real ending? Reminds me of a Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard was someone I watched growing up. Oh boy. P is for band. What? Bam, slow the letters down. I can't keep up. Pushing buttons does nothing. Just ends at N? Hey, there we go. Alright, we got credits. We did it. Thank you for the GG. Alright. Well, in my downtime, I will go and update that. I need to, mental note for me as I'm editing this, I need to add 8 minutes and 25 seconds to the clock.